Have you ever noticed your elderly loved one feeling more tired than usual or mentioning odd symptoms? But everyone just shrugs it off as getting older? What if I told you those small, everyday habits they, and maybe even you, do without thinking could actually be quietly damaging their kidneys? And no one even realizes it. Kidney health is one of those things we often overlook as we get older, but it's absolutely crucial to overall well-being. The kidneys filter waste, balance fluids, and keep everything running smoothly. Ignoring the warning signs or hidden habits can slowly steal away independence and quality of life for seniors. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the 5 common habits that people over 60 often do, sometimes unknowingly, that can cause serious kidney damage over time. Stick with me, because learning about these habits could completely change how you care for yourself or your family. If you care about seniors' health, I want you to drop a comment below right now with, "I'm here." And don't forget to subscribe to Seniors Health for more vital tips that could make all the difference in your loved ones' lives. Imagine your dad, or maybe even yourself, reaching for those over-the-counter painkillers every time a joint aches or a headache strikes. It feels like a quick fix, right? A little pill to ease discomfort and keep going. But here's the catch. These common painkillers, especially the ones called NSAIDs, like ibuprofen or naproxen, aren't as harmless as they seem when used regularly over time. As we get older, our kidneys naturally slow down a bit in how well they filter waste and manage fluids. So when you add these medications on top of that, it puts extra strain on your kidneys. NSAIDs work by reducing inflammation, but they also reduce blood flow to the kidneys. This decreased blood flow makes your kidneys work harder and can cause damage that often goes unnoticed until it's quite serious. You might think, "But I only take them occasionally," or "They're sold without a prescription, so they must be safe." That's a common misconception. The reality is, many seniors take these painkillers daily or for long stretches, thinking it's better than suffering through pain. But prolonged use, even at low doses, can quietly harm your kidneys. The danger here is that the damage isn't obvious at first. You won't feel it immediately. Your kidneys are resilient, but they don't have a lot of warning signs until a problem becomes severe. That's why many people only find out when it's too late or when a doctor discovers abnormal kidney tests during routine checkups. So, what can you do instead? Before reaching for that pill bottle, consider other ways to ease pain that won't put your kidneys at risk. Gentle stretches or light physical therapy can help ease stiff joints and muscles. Applying heat or cold packs to sore areas can reduce pain without drugs. If the pain is persistent, talk to your healthcare provider about safer alternatives or pain management plans that protect your kidneys. Remember, managing pain is important, but protecting your kidneys is even more crucial as you age. Those pills might offer quick relief, but they could cost you more in the long run. And while we're on the subject of things you do every day, what about the simple habit of drinking water? Staying hydrated is often overlooked, but just as vital, and sometimes just as tricky. Let's move on to how your daily drinks can be quietly affecting your kidneys. Think for a moment about your grandma, or maybe yourself, forgetting to drink water throughout the day. Instead, reaching for more tea, coffee, or even skipping drinks altogether because the bathroom trips feel like a hassle. It's something many seniors experience, and it might seem harmless or even necessary to cut back on fluids. But here's the truth. When your body doesn't get enough water, your kidneys have to work much harder to do their job. Your kidneys' main role is to filter waste and toxins out of your blood. And to do that, they need plenty of fluid. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes more concentrated and thicker. This thicker urine makes it tougher for your kidneys to flush out waste effectively. Over time, this extra workload can cause kidney cells to weaken or even get damaged. The result? A higher risk of kidney stones, infections, or even chronic kidney disease. You might be thinking, "But I avoid water because I don't want to get up so often during the night," or "I just don't feel thirsty anymore." These are very common concerns among seniors. The problem is, by drinking less to avoid those bathroom trips, you're actually doing more harm than good. Dehydration can sneak up on you, and your kidneys don't get a break. Plus, when urine stays concentrated, it's a perfect environment for bacteria to grow, increasing your chances of urinary tract infections. So what's the best way to stay hydrated without feeling like it's a chore or disrupting your day? Start small. You don't have to gulp down large amounts of water all at once. Try sipping water regularly in small amounts throughout the day. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or even a splash of fruit juice for a bit of flavor. You can also set gentle reminders on your phone or place a water bottle somewhere visible so you remember to take those little sips. Hydration doesn't have to mean frequent interruptions. It means giving your kidneys the best chance to keep you healthy and feeling good. You deserve to have energy and comfort, and drinking enough water is one of the simplest steps to get there. And speaking of habits that seem harmless but aren't, have you ever thought about the salt in the foods you eat every day? Many seniors don't realize how much salt sneaks into their meals, even in foods that are labeled healthy. Let's dig into how that hidden salt can be damaging your kidneys without you knowing. Now picture this. You or a loved one have decided to make healthier choices by swapping out fast food for what seems like better options. Those packaged low-fat or light meals at the grocery store. It feels good to think you're eating well, but here's the problem. Many of these healthier processed foods are loaded with hidden salt. It's easy to overlook because the focus is often on fat or calories, not on sodium content. Why does this matter so much for you? Excess salt forces your kidneys to work overtime. When you consume too much sodium, your body tries to balance it by holding on to more water. This extra fluid raises your blood pressure, and high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney damage, especially as we get older. Your kidneys have to filter not just the normal waste, but also manage this extra salt and fluid load. Over time, this wears them down, increasing the risk of kidney disease. Many people believe that if a product says low fat or reduced calories, it's automatically healthy. But that's not always the case. Sometimes salt is added to enhance flavor, preserve the food, or even make you want to eat more. The sodium can be hiding in soups, breads, deli meats, sauces, and even cereals. Without checking labels carefully, it's easy to consume way more salt than your kidneys can comfortably handle. So what can you do? Start by reading those nutrition labels closely. Look for sodium and try to keep your daily intake under 2,300 milligrams, or even less if your doctor advises. Cooking more meals from fresh ingredients is one of the best ways to control how much salt you're eating. Fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole grains naturally have less sodium and more nutrients your body needs. When you do cook, try using herbs and spices instead of salt to add flavor. Basil, rosemary, garlic, and lemon can brighten up meals without harming your kidneys. Remember, managing your salt intake isn't about giving up flavor. It's about protecting your kidneys and overall health for years to come. And salt isn't the only hidden dietary threat quietly wearing down your kidneys. What about sugar? Many of us don't realize just how much sugar sneaks into everyday foods and drinks, putting even more strain on our kidneys. Let's take a closer look. Think about those little treats you might enjoy throughout the day. The afternoon cookie with your tea, a sweetened soda, or even that flavored yogurt that tastes like dessert. They feel like harmless indulgences, a small comfort that brightens the day. But over time, these sugary foods and drinks can quietly put a lot of stress on your kidneys, especially as you age. Here's how it works. When you consume too much sugar, your blood sugar levels can spike repeatedly. Over months and years, this constant high sugar level can lead to insulin resistance and eventually diabetes. And here's why that matters so much to your kidneys. Diabetes is actually the leading cause of kidney failure among seniors. You might think, oh, it's just a little sugar. It won't hurt me. But that small amount adds up fast. Think about how many times you have a sugary snack or drink in a week. Then multiply that by months or years. The effect compounds, and your kidneys have to work extra hard to filter out the toxins and excess sugar that builds up in your blood. Many seniors don't realize that this silent damage is happening until it's quite advanced. And once kidney damage reaches a certain point, it can be very difficult to reverse. That's why being mindful about sugar intake is so important, especially in the later years. So what can you do to protect your kidneys while still enjoying your meals and snacks? The good news is, small changes can make a big difference. Start by swapping out sugary snacks with natural alternatives. Fresh fruits like berries, apples, or oranges satisfy that sweet craving, but come with fiber and nutrients your body needs. Instead of soda or sweetened coffee, try infused water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint to add flavor without the sugar crash. Choosing whole foods over processed ones also helps. Whole grains, vegetables, and lean proteins provide steady energy without the blood sugar spikes. It's not about completely eliminating sweets. Rather, it's about balance and making choices that help your kidneys stay strong. Another practical tip is to read labels carefully. Sugar can hide under many names like glucose, fructose, corn syrup, or sucrose, especially in processed foods. Becoming aware of this helps you spot the sneaky sugars and avoid them. Protecting your kidneys from sugar-related damage isn't just about your body. It's about maintaining your independence, your energy, and your ability to enjoy the things you love. Every healthy choice you make today adds up to better kidney function tomorrow. Now that we've covered sugar, there's one more habit many seniors don't realize could be silently harming their kidneys. And it's one that doesn't come from food or drink at all. It's about medical checkups, or rather, the lack of regular kidney health screenings. Let's explore why staying on top of your kidney health with simple tests could be one of the most important things you do for yourself. Think about your uncle, or maybe even yourself, feeling perfectly fine, full of energy, and deciding to skip regular medical visits. The thought is, if I feel okay, why bother with the doctor? This is a very common feeling, especially among seniors who want to maintain their independence and avoid unnecessary hospital trips. But here's the reality. Kidney disease is often called the silent killer because it usually doesn't show any early symptoms. You might feel completely healthy, but underneath, your kidneys could be struggling. Why is this so important? Because by the time symptoms like swelling, fatigue, or changes in urination appear, the damage to your kidneys might already be significant. At that point, treatment becomes more complicated, and sometimes the damage is irreversible. Early stages of kidney disease can be detected through simple tests, blood tests that measure your kidney function, and urine tests that check for protein or other markers that shouldn't be there. One of the biggest misconceptions is that if you don't have symptoms, you don't have a problem. Waiting for signs before going to the doctor is dangerous when it comes to kidneys. Unlike a cough or fever that demands immediate attention, kidney problems creep up quietly. And that's why regular checkups are so vital, especially once you're over 60 or if you have other risk factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, or a family history of kidney disease. Encouraging yourself or your loved ones to keep up with routine screenings can literally save a life. These tests are straightforward, often part of annual health visits, and can give your doctor important clues about how well your kidneys are functioning. Detecting issues early means you can take steps to slow or stop progression, whether that's adjusting medication, changing your diet, or managing other health conditions more carefully. It's understandable to want to avoid hospitals or medical offices, but think of these checkups as powerful tools to preserve your health and independence. Staying on top of your kidney health means you have more control over your future, fewer complications, and a better quality of life. Now that you know the 5 everyday habits that can quietly damage your kidneys after 60 and the importance of regular screenings, it's time to reflect on what this means emotionally. These aren't just facts or medical tips. They're about the people you love and the life you want to enjoy. Understanding these habits is the first step toward protecting your health and giving yourself or your family the best chance at living well in the years ahead. Let's take a moment to talk about how facing these realities can feel and why shifting your mindset from fear to proactive care can change everything. Watching someone you love change in ways you don't fully understand can feel overwhelming. It's hard to see those little shifts, the extra fatigue, the loss of appetite, or the quiet withdrawal, and not know what they really mean. Sometimes it feels like the ground is shifting beneath your feet, and you're left unsure of how to help or what to do next. But here's the truth. Knowledge is power. Learning about these habits and the hidden ways they affect kidney health doesn't have to lead to fear or helplessness. Instead, it opens the door to better care, better conversations, and better choices. Understanding what's happening beneath the surface means you can act before things get worse, offering support when it truly matters. If any of these habits sound familiar, Whether it's you recognizing them in yourself or noticing them in someone you love, then today is a good day to start that important conversation. Maybe it's encouraging a loved one to see their doctor, or gently helping them stay hydrated, or simply being more mindful about daily habits that affect kidney health. These small steps are more powerful than they seem. Even small changes can make a big difference. A few adjustments here and there, some honest conversations, and a little extra care can protect kidney health and improve quality of life well into the golden years. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress, love, and staying informed. Together, you can face these challenges with hope and strength, giving yourself and your family the best chance to live well and enjoy every moment. Remember, the 5 hidden habits damaging kidneys after 60 are overusing painkillers, chronic dehydration, high salt intake, excess sugar, and skipping regular checkups. These might seem small or harmless, but together, they can quietly wear down your kidney health over time. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these habits in yourself or a loved one? Maybe you've dealt with some of these challenges firsthand. Share your story or questions in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community where we learn from each other and help seniors live healthier, fuller lives. If this video gave you useful insights, subscribing to Seniors Health means you'll get more practical tips and advice on caring for yourself and those you love as we age. It's a simple step towards staying informed and empowered. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. Stay informed, stay compassionate, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into seniors' health and well-being.